I'm sorry about the cuts, by the way, it's just because I'm out of breath. But yeah. So next one. Let's read this one. It's called Never Give All the Heart. Never give all the heart for love. Will hardly seem worth thinking of to passionate women if it seem certain and they never dream that it fades out from kiss to kiss. For everything that's lovely is but a brief dreamy kind of delight. Oh, never give the heart outright, for all smooth lips can say, I've given their hearts up to the play. And who could play it well enough if deaf and dumb and blind with love? He'd that make these notes all the cost, for he gave all his heart and lost. This is sad. I'm realizing maybe it won't be relaxing because of my accent. Okay, I'm gonna read you one last. It's called The Second Coming. It says, turning and turning in the winding gear, the falcon cannot hear the falconer. Things fall apart, the center cannot hold. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world. The blood-dim tide is loosed, and everywhere the ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate intensity. Surely some revelation is at hand. Surely the second coming is at hand. The second coming. Hardly are those words out, when a vast image out of Spiritus Mundi troubles my sight. Somewhere in sands of the desert, a shape with a lion body and the head of a man, a gaze blank and pitiless as the sun, moving its slow tides, while all about it, real shadows of the indignant desert birds. Darkness drops again, but now I know that 20 centuries of stony sleep were vexed to nightmare by a rocking grotto. And what the world of beasts, its hours come around at last, sludges toward Bethlehem to be born. So, next I'm gonna read you some poems by Rumi. I'm gonna remove the jacket so it's easier. Okay, let's see. So, this poem is called I Lost Myself, but I'm longing to lose myself more. I lost myself, but I'm longing to lose myself more. I tell your eyes that I'm longing to be as drunk as you. I don't long for a crown, I don't long for a throne, I long to bow to the ground in your service. My beautiful beloved grabs me by the throat. You say, what do you long for? I say this, I long for the morning breezes to breathe. I have my breath, but long for someone to tell secrets to. I am in the circle of pilgrims, I am safe from misfortune. I am wax beneath your seal, longing for the press of your ring. Another moon is hiding inside the moon. I'm sure of this truth as I look into your true eyes. So this one is called Out of Love for You, every strand of my hair turned into lines of poetry. Out of love for you, every strand of my hair turned into lines of poetry. Out of delight in you, every part of my body turned into honey. The sun filled with your beauty, the sea with your honey. Every atom of the sun turned into a master of all skills. Out of desire for you, my heart took flight. Seeing your face, my soul turned into a cluster of stars. Next one is called My face is 100 times brighter when I see your face. It says, my face is 100 times brighter when I see your face. My soul is 100 times happier when your soul is near. When the mirror of my life is polished by your love, the mirror of the world is no longer dull and dark. The bird of my heart was beating and restless until finding a nest in tranquility. Without your eyes, my eyes have no mirror. Without your day, my skylight has no light. When I first saw you, my eyes said, you are my light. When I first found you, my soul said, So this one, the title is Lovers Carry Another World Within. Lovers carry another world within, but my love for my beloved gives another joy. Enlightened hearts know things unseen, but my beloved's heart has another seer. Full of joy, wisdom's tongue turns into an ear for secrets, but my beloved's secrets has another translator. By his grace, the eyes of the soul see a silver land, but as you know, my beloved's moon has another sky. Wisdom, love, and knowledge are ladders to the truth, but my beloved's truth has another ladder. At night, the king of intellect and his watchman travel far away, but my beloved's soul goes far away with another watchman. Lovers grow heartsick on the path of intellect, but a voice from above says the heart has another heartland. You keep complaining about a stolen heart. Close your mouth. My lover speaks another language. Shams of Tabriz is a candle surrounded by moths. Within the eyes of the heart, he has another eye. The more I'm reading, the more I'm like losing my words. And the last one, son, Shire. I'll put her name once again. And it's from her book, Teaching My Mother How to Give Birth. I'm gonna read you just one poem from this book because this one really stuck with me. It says, "No one leaves home unless home is the mouth of a shark. I've been carrying the old anthem in my mouth for so long that there is no space for another song, another tongue, or another language." Poet I really love is called Nizar Qabbani. It says, "My lover asked me, what is the difference between me and the sky? The difference, my love, is that when you love, I forget about the sky." So romantic. All words into dictionaries and letters died. I want to discover a way to love you without words. Your eyes are like a rainy night, my boots sink in them. My writing disappears in their reflection. Mirrors have no memory. I want to make you a unique alphabet. In it, I want the rhythm of the rain, the dust of the moon, the sadness of the grey clouds, the pain of the fallen willow leaves under the wheels of autumn. Stay out of my sight so I can distinguish between colors. Move away from my hand so I can know the size of the universe and discover that the world is round. Silence is my best weapon. Did you feel my words when I feel silent? Did you feel